so we're back here in American Truck Simulator. Before we get into actual driving, which we will, I want to go ahead and show you guys my controls when it comes to the steering wheel, as well as my graphics. I did not show you that last time, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I currently have the Ferrari Rail Red Legend Edition, I believe it's called. So here is quickly all my settings, just in case you guys want to know. If my pedals are working fine, they are. So as you can see, if I accelerate, you can see that it shows this little yellow bar here. That's how you know it's working. Brake as well, steering. Now for me, I have the gamepad joystick, not the actual wheel. There's a very, very good reason for that. I found the actual wheel settings, as you can see, the wheel settings right here. I found it to be very, very sensitive when it comes to the steering, so I decided to get away from that. I think, in my personal opinion, the gamepad joystick option is a little bit more realistic and really more tight feel than the actual wheel has. I'll possibly show you that in later videos. I'm not sure on that, but maybe I'll show you the differences. I really don't know. I do have it set to real automatic. And that's just pretty much when it comes to that. I have adaptive automatic transmission off, mainly because I don't know what that is and I've never used that before. The reason why I don't have a real automatic is because I don't have a clutch, nor do I have a H shifter, so I can't use any of that. But what I found is if you are very, very good at it, which I'm not, you can switch it to sequel if you really wanted to. It doesn't require you to have a clutch or a shifter. That's just something I have figured out myself. My steering sensitivity is very, very high because it has to be with this wheel. Like I said, this is your own personal preferences. This is just my settings. What feels realistic. I believe the steering sensitivity is like in the middle or something like that, so I just raised it up a little bit. The force feedback gain and stiffness, I've lowered that down just a little tiny bit. All this, the feedback engine, terrain, and dampers, and the collisions and stuff like that are all default. I have not messed with that any way, shape, or form. And I've already showed you guys all this and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and move to the graphics. And I'll get into the keys and buttons and show you what I have set up in just a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and get through the graphics real quick. I just have on the simple settings, high settings, difficult refresh, virtual synchronization disabled, 1920 by 1080, and that's what I record at, so that's all my graphics settings. There's not much there. That's most of the reason why I decided to go into the graphics settings, because it's very, very simple. So this is where things get complicated. When it comes to shifting up and down, do not go into the controls here. There's a button down here. I don't think... Do not set this. Okay, just leave it at A, because I've had difficulties with that. I couldn't get it to work. So don't use that if you have like paddle shifters, which I do. I highly recommend you do not do that. Mainly go into here and mainly assign your buttons to here. Joy button 5 and 6 are my paddles, shift paddles. I will leave a picture if I can, show you what my steering wheel looks like. I'll just take a picture of it and so you guys actually know what I'm talking about. Um, the engine brake I don't use very much, but I do have the button set um, for that. This can get very, very confusing if you don't know what you're doing. Make sure you know what buttons you're assigned, or it can get really, really confusing. Because what's on your, like, what you know for, like, I don't know, like, say if you wanted to assign, like, a controller or something like that, or like a PS4 or Xbox 360 controller. Um, these buttons can get very, very confusing, so make sure you know, understand what you're doing. Um, I have the engine brake and decrease, like I said, which is your J brake, just in case you didn't know. Um, you can set the engine brake toggle, but I don't have a button set for that. Um, Nor does this even match. You can't have that on with these two at the same time. It just does not work. It just slows your truck out of drive, and it's just very, very annoying. So make sure you understand what you're doing and which one you actually want to use. I chose the engine brake, increase and decrease, for my choosing because I know how to do that more than the toggle switches. Obviously had the left turn indicator and right turn indicator. Um, Pretty self-explanatory. I had the high beams set, high beams, beacon and horn, um, for my D-pad. Um, Wipers as a hat back switch was the D-pad as well. Cruise control, I have it set, to a couple of buttons of mine. Um, which is very, very confusing. Not sure what you're doing. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I know what buttons goes to what. That's all I really need to know. I can't tell you what happens. The root advisors, all this, I just leave it to default. I have no buttons set for this. Obviously, so that is my settings. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and get into the gameplay settings. Um, I don't mess with this. I have not messed with this. I do have traffic offenses off and fatigue simulation, like I said before in other videos. All those are off, so we're not like getting charged like $1,000. And I don't have to worry about getting some sleep while doing this because that's just fucking irritating. Preferred job length, I can leave it like I like having long jobs and doing long jobs, so I lengthened that just a little bit. Um, with the route advisor speed limit, I show that. All this is pretty default. I've not messed with too much of this on the settings that I found that I know how to do and whatnot. Random road events, I have that default as well. Rain probability. I have that set pretty low. If you guys want to ever see rain, I could possibly raise that up and hopefully we can get some rain. But I keep that pretty low, because a lot of rain can get annoying at some points. It just gets boring pretty much. The transmission, this is all truck settings. I do not have air brake simulation. This is pretty much all default, I'm sorry. Cruise control, all this is pretty much default. I've not messed with this at all. I could probably change this. Currently, right now, with me looking left to right, I use my mouse. So that's why it may seem a little bit difficult or a little bit weird in videos, but I do not have any more buttons left on my wheel here to assign buttons for that. And it's a little bit slow anyway, so I'm not going to use that. I might as well just use the mouse and stuff like that. So that is pretty much it, guys. There's not much left to go over, I don't think. There's no need for the save and load. I'm going to go what this is. I don't have any radio stations, obviously, for copyright reasons. and I don't even know how to install that either. World map, you could go anywhere. As you guys can see, we actually don't have that far to go when it comes to our route. This is from last time, so we get about, I don't know, maybe like, we got 82 miles to go in about an hour, so that's not going to be too bad. The email, I don't know anything about this. That's not really important. The saving though, like I said, if you want to, if you have issues with some mods, and it could happen where you're having issues with mods, this is where you go back to your default game, that didn't have the mod in. Other than that, you don't need to save the game because it automatically saves. So there's no need for that, really. There's no need to save, really. I don't understand why they even have that option. It should just be a load button. About it, you got your credits, trailer browser, truck browser, all this. If you want to go through that, you can. I'm not. I've never really even been through that. I went over this briefly. You got your diagnostics, cabin adjustments, new upgrades, truck dealers, company manager, bank, recruitment agency. I'm going to go over my garage real quick. I do have a large garage. Yes, I know we only have one. Actually, just decided to load all the trucks in. We have one more slot left. I don't know what I want to buy. But as you guys can see, we do have all our trucks. Like I said, I do have the Volvo. I don't know if I need to redo that or not. I will see. I've been working my ass off trying to get that video uploaded. It is a 2-part series and it's a very, very long video. So you gotta work with me on that. Maybe I'll have to do that. I don't know. But hopefully one day I can figure that what's going on with that. And hopefully soon. This was our first truck. It was a Peterbilt 389, which I think this was it was our first truck. We bought the second truck. This I have not done. This is the one we're actually driving, right now. Sorry, I'm totally forgetting what I'm doing here. But obviously you got your truck manager, recruitment agency. I currently have no employees right now, so that is that. Maybe we'll get in this in the future, but we already have enough money as it is. We got about $1 million right now, so right now we've been like fucking around, but let's go ahead and get in the driving part, guys. Let's go ahead and start the truck now. Okay, we're going to put in a drive. That would be nice if I knew how to do that. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. Nobody's coming. Is it surprising? Well, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's not that surprising, but still. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go to wherever we need to go. I don't remember where we got to go, but no, guys, I've sort of did a like an unexpected video of Car Mechanic Simulator. That was just a decision I made over time. That was a very, very hard decision to make, I have to say. I have a lot of good games that I've wanted to record and just never got a chance to, or it was a very, very hard decision to make. So hopefully in the future I can make a decision to where my pressure on. Okay, seems legit. Hopefully one day I can do more games in the future. Like I said, I did say in the past that I do plan on making 2 videos in the future. I don't know when that will be, but I do plan on starting that eventually. Maybe then once I get some better internet. Right now, my internet is absolutely garbage. I can literally spend all night uploading a video. It's really that bad. So hopefully one day I can figure out what's going on with that. But I am still trying to figure out what's causing that stuttering. I have no idea what's causing that. Hopefully one day I can figure that out. But I guess it's not too bad, but it could be better. It's just slowing everything in, pretty much. But I'm still trying to mess with my graphic settings a little bit. Trying to get some very, very good graphics in. It could be because I did have some default settings in. Settings that I currently customized, but I didn't really like the look of that, so I sort of changed that. You guys might not even notice the difference, but I'm just trying here. I could just change it back, I don't know, but I had to find some time to do that. Now to remember what the settings were, because I customized like every setting. So yeah, that shows you guys I do have high settings on, so whatever's happening. We're very, very slow at accelerating it on this highway, or on this on-ramp here. I'm sorry, dude, you can get over. I wish they would get over, like in real life. I've never seen anybody that doesn't get over when somebody's merging on the highway. The only time people don't is if they can't, like there's somebody in the other lane, which that perfectly makes sense. I totally understand that. But that just says in the book, when you're on the highway, if you can get over, you're supposed to get over. Like, I don't know. Let me know if you guys, are you experienced drivers out there, that maybe like do this on a daily basis. Do drivers get over for you in real life, when you're driving on the highway? I'm talking maybe like the truck drivers out there, or maybe the people that have to travel a lot. Do you guys like deal with that on a daily basis of everybody just not getting over? Okay. I didn't know we were supposed to get off. I wasn't paying attention. I'm still talking over here, but it's good that we don't have to stop for the way station. Got Border Patrol here, which I don't understand why there's Border Patrol out here, because there'd be Highway Patrol out here instead of Border Patrol. I believe we're still in California, or maybe Arizona. I'm not sure, but Arizona, where did that come from? I don't know. I'm just bluffing here. I don't know any of the maps. I don't even know where we're at. We're gonna slow down just a little bit there. I was not paying attention to the speed limit. Thank God we can't get a ticket. Or I guarantee you that guy would definitely pull me over. But I don't know. Are Border Patrol even allowed out here? Like, is this their jurisdiction? Because I don't think there is. This would be like Highway Patrol, or maybe even State Patrol, for the highways. Unless, you know, Border Patrol was like out there like doing something or getting somebody. We're required for Border Patrol to be even out there. Maybe like illegal immigrant. I don't know, but I know Border Patrol, or I don't know, ICE maybe. I don't know who deals with that. Legal immigrants, and they actually get caught. I don't know who goes for that. No, that's Border Patrol's job, local state police job, or the local police department, or the ICE crew, which I think it's called ICE. I'm not sure. Like I said, it could be different from other countries. I'm just talking about the U.S. Point aside, so if you guys know that, just let me know, because I don't keep track of that stuff, which I should, because I am an ACDC. But that's besides the point. Ah, that was terrible. We're gonna make this? Barely! Oh my god, I think that was like barely made it. As you guys know, I'm stuck at backing up, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip. So yeah, we got $179,362, 1,143 XP, proficiency bonus, 35,752, lost long distance bonus, which is another $26,814, which total is 241,970, 228. I'm sorry, dollars and 1,428 XP. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. Well, that's going to do it for us today, guys. I know this video was short, but there's not much I can do that will make an interesting video. So I will see you guys later. Bye.